Fly ball, left field, it's deep. And it is gone!
Hey guys, and welcome. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel so far. I've been pretty blown away with the response to reaction. 100 subscribers, so I'm absolutely delighted, and please spread the word. This is the first of 5 preview shows. Each day I'll be dropping a team's preview show, building up to Saturday, the Phillies preview show, and the actual first episode of the new show. The original idea was to put all the team's preview shows on that first show, but one, I am blown away by the commitment that these guys have come to London to Passion to record these, the in-depth they went to, the length it took, the passion they spoke about their team, and I thought it was only fair that each team gets their own individual video and slot, which we're dropping day by day. Today we'll have the Marlins, which is actually a lot more upbeat than you would imagine. Tomorrow is a very lively one with the Braves boys. Thursday is with the Mets, the Friday is with the Nationals, and then Saturday the first show finally gets underway and we'll be previewing the Phillies. The main reason behind all this is because, I'm not going to lie, outside of the Phillies I'm not really too familiar with each team. You know, it's hard enough getting up at night and watching Phillies games, let alone keeping in-depth track on all the other teams in the division and around baseball. So this was a great opportunity to get the fans to come together and talk baseball and get a bit of knowledge on our rivals. I'm pretty sure other people are in the same scenario and situation. So we're starting with the Marlins today. This was a really good one. I don't know anything about the Marlins, I'm not going to lie. I know they're under a new transition, they're restarting, they're rebuilding. I know the statue's going, and they've got a new logo, and Alfaro and Sanchez have just signed from, but behind that, I don't know a lot about them. So this was a really insightful preview into the Marlins season ahead and their future. I was joined by Rob Newell, all the way down from Lowestoft. Rob, again, thank you for coming down. I really hope you enjoy this one. This is me with Rob discussing the Marlins. Here we go. So first off, we're going to start with the Marlins. The Marlins, here we have Rob Newell. Rob, hi. Great to have you down. Thank you for coming down. Where are you from, Rob? I'm from Lowestoft in Suffolk, which is quite a long way to come today. Yeah, much appreciated. Yeah, my Twitter handle is @RobNorwichUK. Yeah, if you want to go for any sort of Marlins things for the UK, it's Miami Marlins _UK. Okay, that's run by Pete Pratt, I think. So let's talk Marlins. How did you become a fan of the Marlins first off? So I've been a baseball fan for about 20 years, yep. But it was my first trip over to Florida that really, my first game I saw was at Miami, and before I'd quite like the Red Sox, like the Oreos. So you're looking for a baseball team? Yeah, and I always said that the first game I ever went to see would be the team that I supported, and that ended up being the Marlins. There's an exceptional game I went to, it was against Colorado. Giancarlo Stanton hit a grand slam, roof closed, quite a big crowd, brilliant atmosphere. You got the buzz straight away? Yeah, exactly, yeah. And it looked like at that time they were going to have a really good team. Absolutely it did. Absolutely it did. 2018, 63 and 98, .391 average. Yeah. So I don't think that is quite that bad when you consider that they supposedly had the best outfield in whole MLB. That was completely traded away, and what was really left was a lot of younger players that weren't going to be able to come up into the major league team. So a lot of people were predicting that we were going to be more than 100 losses, probably in the same position that the Oreos were. I think we all thought you were going to be the whipping boys of the division, and you weren't. And we surprised, and the surprise came through the area where the Marlins have been the weakest for years,
and that is through their pitching. So some younger pitchers came up, and that's where they kind of ended up with a bit of stability, and some of the younger bats as well.
You certainly had our number a few times last season as well.
Yeah.
Because we know we struggled against you. You're one of those ones where, well, it's the Marlins, it's going to be a series win, and more often than not, it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah,
They're very plucky Marlins last year.
Yeah, we beat the Dodgers in a series over in LA as well. So we surprised a lot of people. I think we were quite sort of underestimated by a lot of teams who just thought.
Yeah, ourselves included, I've got to say. So, the Jeter Revolution.
Yeah.
New logo, statue's gone.
Yes.
Happy about that?
Yeah. The thing is that the whole kind of Laurier era of this brand new stadium and buying in a lot of really, really good players never really worked because we never had a farm system. So if you know, we had the best outfield, but if one player got injured, there was nothing to replace. When sadly Jose Fernandez passed away, there was never another pitcher there to replace him. So it had to be completely torn down and started again. It's very, very painful.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But everything to do with the old era has been removed, including that hideous statue, which should be replaced by 3 tiers of standing, which should be a better fan experience. You know, the food's going to be improved, which is the big thing.
That's it. And you've lost. You have started again. You've gained Alfaro this year.
Yeah.
Who look after him.
Yes.
And Sanchez.
Yeah.
Granderson as well, and Romo. What is your hopes for this year? It's going to be another long year for you, but the positives for this year, the youngsters coming through.
Yeah, there is, and there's some really good youngsters coming through. So if you kind of and not just players that have come through the Marlins system, but from those trades. So we've got Lewis Brinson, and I know he had a really bad year last year, but he's looking really good in spring training. He's hit 3 home runs so far as we speak, and he looks like a good hope to be that kind of sort of power bat. Austin Dean has come through as another outfielder that looks really good. We got a really good second baseman, and he's on Diaz that came through the Yelich trade.
So there's some foundations there.
Yeah, and Brian Anderson last year came 4th in the Rookie of the Year competition, and had a 2.73 ERA, I think, and just.
So the future is bright.
Yeah,
it's there. How many years before you're competing again? Do you predict?
I think 2021. I think we'll be okay.
2 years.
Yeah, I really do think so. When you think about some of the players that they've got from the trades, Sandy Alcantara, Zach Gallen, who came through the Ozuna trade, Sanchez as well, and even the bullpen doesn't look too bad. We've got sort of Romo there at the top, but you've got young pitchers coming through.
Alfaro is still young as well.
Yes.
Got a lot of pop to him.
Yeah.
Just going over through your projected lineup.
Yeah.
Give us a quick one-liner on these players.
Yeah.
So, have you got a different one to me? Let's go by this, because yours is.
Yeah, so
proper.
If we go through the outfield first.
Talk us through it.
Yeah, in left field we're going to have a platoon between Granderson and Dean, being the young player, good power bat, actually really quick as well for a sort of quite a bulky guy. He will get quite a few stolen bases. He will platoon with Granderson, so bringing someone in like Granderson is really important because you've got such a young team. You need someone who's got that long-term experience, and Granderson now is about 38, I think. He's so experienced. And McNary Sierra, who...
Is he the guy from Cardinals?
Yes, he came in the Ozuna trade. At the moment, he looks really raw.
Yeah, he did.
So he's very quick. But last year, when he was batting, he was quite clear. He needed more time in AAA. But
a lot of potential there. Though.
Yeah, and if you've got a platooned outfield, then you can bring him in, take him out, and that should work really well. In the centre, they'll mainly be Lewis Brinson, who, for the Marlins' sake, we're really hoping he ends up that 30+ home run guy, which was the main reason to bring him in. On the Yelich trade. He used to be the #1, prospect. In the whole of MLB. So.
Then you're in field.
Well, in right field we've got also Peter O'Brien.
Peter O'Brien,
who was brought in from the Phillies, from the Dodgers, and again, big power at bat. So that, in theory, the number of runs that we were not scoring being the worst in the whole of MLB in runs, hopefully we'll solve that.
Hopefully, although you are projected to have the fewest runs, 616 they're projected.
I think that's
But
where we
then
get surprised.
it's stats,
Yeah.
you know. Then your infield isn't actually that bad.
No, and so if we go around from first base, they've brought in some experience in Neil Walker, who played last year with the Yankees, obviously has a lot of experience with the Pirates. Martin Prado is quite injury prone, but when he is batting, he is still a plus 300 on base percentage guy. Really good. Garrett Cooper is another guy they got in from the Yankees. And they've got some good experience there at first base. Second base, Starlin Castro, everyone knows who he is from these days in the Yankees. He's on Diaz. He came in on the Yelich trade, looks really promising. Spring training has looked absolutely fantastic. Really, really good fielder. Really, really good bat, and he won't be a power bat, but he'll be able to dink it into the gaps in the field, which the Marlins will need, because the only way they're really going to score runs this year is by just chipping away. So a lot of promise there. I imagine Castro will be traded since his last year of his deal, probably by the
deadline is going to be.
Shortstop, we've got JT Riddle and Miguel Rojas. Both got quite a bit of experience now. Riddle, the younger one. Rojas is really a kind of a figurehead for the team. Very experienced, especially with all the Latin guys we've got in the club as well. Really, really good guy.
And Alfaro.
And Alfaro as well. Yeah, exactly.
Man, and he was winning at the Phillies last year. He was predicted to have a breakout season this season for the Phillies. So tons and tons of potential.
Yeah.
He's an athlete as well. He's quick. He may get a few stolen bases for you. He's got great pop, great power, and his arm is phenomenal.
Yeah.
He tagged out so many last season trying to steal. So you've got a fantastic catcher in Alfaro. Quickly going over your rotation, your bullpen.
Yeah.
Urena, your main man.
I don't know. Urena's had a bit of stick after what happened with the game against the Braves last year, but has remembered that the next game was against the Nationals, and he had a complete game. And ever since then, his power has gone up. His fastball is heading sort of over the 95 mile an hour, and his command looks really good. He's looked good in spring training, and he's already been put as the opening starter. And beneath him, you got Dan Straley, huge amount of experience to really sort of help the younger guys. Wei-Yin Chen's on a massive contract. Last year, his home ERA for 13 games was 1.62. His away ERA was 9.27. So he has he's a little bit.
Can't wait to face him at the bank.
Yeah, exactly. Chen is a little bit of a dead weight on that side, but we've got some great youngsters coming through. Trevor Richards is absolutely brilliant. He was playing in the Indy League in 2016. He was picked up by Marlins scout, and last year just looked really good. ERA just over 4, and really got a lot of promise. He's got a brilliant change up on him, and it's not as bad as what everyone thinks, and this is where they're going to upset a few teams.
So you predicted 67 wins this year. What do you reckon? Is that about right? Higher or lower?
I think we'll surprise, and we could go 70. And the reason why I say that is that if you look at some of the interleague games and some of the other teams who are playing outside of division, there's Detroit, there's the White Sox, and even Arizona. I'm not sure what's happening with that.
Yeah, that's true.
They've lost a lot of players. They might be in full rebuild mode. There's good opportunity of picking games up outside of the division as well.
And your thoughts on the NL East overall?
So it's going to be so tricky because you've got those 4 teams. But I think after those trades, I think it's got to be the Phillies year. But my favourite team, even after the reaction of the Braves fans after the Urania incident, I'll just leave it as that. I really like the Braves still. So it's with Phillies, Braves, then it becomes very difficult, because if the Nationals don't have a good start, I think they blow it up, and I really think they give it a Scherzer. I think they completely start again. But at the moment, it'll be the Nationals and then the Mets.
I reckon the same as the Mets. If they don't start well, I think they're going to blow it up as well.
So
I can see the same happening.
So the Marlins should finish last, but I have maybe it's my bias as a Marlins fan, but I think they could finish 4th. Because one of the, let's say, all 4 teams can't go into the post-series, and someone's going to be really disappointed, probably disappointed by the time they get to the All-Star break.
Yeah, trade deadline. You think a couple of teams, 1, possibly 2 teams may then just rip it up?
Yeah.
And that's where you'll pluck them off.
Exactly. So, I'm going to actually say the Marlins finish 4th ahead of the Mets.
I love that optimism. I love that optimism. Rob, thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you for coming down. We'll get you all back on later on. We'll try and work out the final standings and a few predictions with us all.
Yeah.
But that was the Marlins, ladies and gentlemen.